All right, quarter before 10 o'clock Eastern Time. We are on and going. A little bit of a delay. Apologies for that for anybody checking in. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onick. Thanks for joining us for tonight. This is Weather Overtime. It's our online video weather blog designed to let you ask questions and find out more about what's going on with the weather. Glad to have you aboard. If you are checking this out later on tonight, please make certain you stay tuned for more information coming up a little bit later when it comes to the forecast on News at 11 with me and with Chip Chapman coming up bright and early at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Very nice day out there. Going to continue to see some very nice days on the way. We also have, again, the potential for some rain and showers coming up as we go into the weekend, but it doesn't look like anything really major taking place, so good news on that. So far, again, looking very quiet all the way around. Coming up, we'll take a look at some of the webcams that we have out there and what's going on with the weather here and there across the area. And we'll take a look at what's going on where it comes to, again, tomorrow's forecast for the Redbirds taking on the Birmingham Barons. So stay tuned for more on that. Questions, concerns, ideas, complaints, if you absolutely must. Again, you can reach us at wdef.com/weather. That's also where you can send email to me if that's too much problems. AONEK Onick@wdef.com. And again, would love to be able to have you on board with some questions. If you have anything to ask, please go ahead and do so. Let's start off with our weather picture of the day from our own Andrew Harrison, the gentleman who enjoys a nice sunny walk downtown from the Walden Club, a nice sunny view of downtown Chattanooga. Thank you very much, Mr. Andrew, for that particular view. And if you've got weather pictures, great. Let's see them so we can show them to everybody else. All you have to do is send them in to us at pictures@wdef.com or drop them to any of our social media pages for more information on that. Taking a look at the almanac for the day, it was beautiful. It was also a little bit below normal, about 10 degrees below normal. In fact, we're reaching that point of the year to where we should be in the mid to upper 70s, but we were 10 degrees below that, so just a bit cooler. Nothing in the way of rain for today, and we started a new month, so we are already behind with no rainfall in the gauge so far. Still behind for the year by about an inch, so we could use a little bit more there. Not exactly seeing a lot of rainfall heading our way anytime soon, so looking pretty quiet there. This is really cool, and I like throwing these things in here just because I can. I do webcams from all over the place, some of my favorite places on Earth and places that I wish I could go to, things like that. So this one I found when we're doing research back for portions of the area into and around portions of working at the Pink Palace back in Memphis at the education department, doing research as our education manager went to Antarctica. And this is a really cool one to have. Literally very chilly out there, about minus 60 at last check, more or less. From a Munson Scott South Pole Station, one of the research bases down there, firing a laser designed to calibrate optical imaging, if I read that correctly on there from earlier. I don't know exactly what to call it specifically, but really kind of cool to be able to see that. If you'd like to take a look at that website, all you have to do is search National Science Foundation and Antarctica, and you can see what it looks like at the bottom of the planet. Really kind of neat to be able to see that going on there. Closer to home, from the News 12 studios, a few dozen feet above my head, the News 12 studio camera looking up at Lookout Mountain off there in the distance, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we have Venus in the western skies and looking at very quiet conditions overall across much of the area. We don't have much to tell you about in the way of traffic, so good news on that. From Lee Point, Highway 153 and 64, everything is moving along quite nicely at this time, so no problems being seen for right now. And again, also for a good portion of the area, good driving conditions overall. Downtown, not seeing a problem for the time being. Again, downtown lit up quite nicely, dry, a little dusty, a little polity out there as well. Michael Wilson, Buddy, Ruffin, Hernando, and Olive Branch. Haven't seen too much going on over that direction, but we'll take a look at that coming up here in just a little bit. 24-75 split real quick. Everything moving along quite nicely here. So no major problems being seen at this point in time, and looking good overall for travelers going into overnight. And from our Island Cove Marina and Resort camera, able to see Venus quite nicely out there as well And from Orion, the bright star Betelgeuse up there in the shoulder, Orion sinking in the west. Perfect night to do some stargazing out there. So if you have any plans to get outdoors to catch a few meteors, maybe, good opportunity for that. A few clouds here and there, very dry, very cool, and should be a cool evening coming up across much of the area. Taking a look at what's going on, we have our storm system, our last storm system, finally making its way up into the northeast. That's going to be getting rid of the cloud cover, but notice again, the cloud cover here is due to the fact that this low pressure area is bringing moisture from off the Atlantic and the Great Lakes, wrapping it around that big depression in the atmosphere that is that area of low pressure aloft, and that's giving us those clouds out there. Now, most of those will be leaving, but we may see a few of those stray clouds up around the western Great Lakes circulate down our direction. Doesn't look, again, like totally cloudy skies, but I would not be surprised to see a few clouds pop up. Just enough moisture in the atmosphere to get those clouds going, especially with the daytime heating. And back to the west of that, little, if anything, really taking place as we see very quiet conditions. No major storm systems coming on through. And as we get into the end of the week, we will see more chances of storms heading our way, but it is going to be several more days before that makes its way on through. So until then, we got some very good weather coming on through our way. So looking quite nice out there overall. All right, let's run the numbers for you and give you an idea as to what we're looking for tomorrow morning. Early, the kids at the bus stop are going to need some protection out there, no question about that. It's going to be a little breezy, it's going to be very chilly, and it should be mostly clear out there. For tomorrow afternoon, there are a few clouds possible, but much of what we're going to be seeing is, again, just the cloud cover. Now, the computer, you can see a few green specks in there. In a very dry atmosphere, the computer sees those clouds and says maybe there's going to be some rain showers in there because it's so dry, because this is all the moisture we have. I really don't see any chance of rainfall coming our direction anytime soon. Into tomorrow afternoon and also into Wednesday morning, beautiful conditions. Peak of the week Wednesday, another chilly day. Again, some of those clouds from the back of that last storm system coming on through. By Wednesday afternoon, we start to see the potential of still some cool conditions, but just a little bit warmer, thanks in part to the extra sunshine we're going to be getting. And then toward early Thursday morning, that also giving us a very cool start. Not as chilly as earlier, but temperatures will be quite brisk. And then by Thursday afternoon, very early, it's like we ran out of data there. Temperatures in the high 60s to the lower 70s, so a little closer to normal, but not by much. So looking very nice all the way on through. It's not going to be too breezy into tomorrow. The wind forecast through about mid-morning is going to give us, again, some wind gusts around maybe 10 miles per hour plus, but we're not seeing a lot out there. Watch what happens as we go through the rest of the day as we set this in motion. That's where we really start to see more breezy conditions coming on through. And because this is west-northwesterly winds, anybody out there who's going to be traveling north or south, they're going to have that wind pushing against them. So it's a good possibility we may see some chop out there on the roadways. We do not have a wind advisory in effect at this point. We might, depending on how those winds pick up and if they do, but for right now, it looks like they're going to be staying below advisory criteria. We'll keep you updated on that to let you know more about what's going on there. All right, let's run the numbers through the 7-day and give you an idea as to what in general we're looking for. Next couple of days below normal temperatures all the way on through. For Star Wars Day coming up on May the 4th, things are looking very nice. Again, no official activities that I know about in and around the Tennessee River Valley area celebrating Star Wars Day, but if you're going to watch your favorite movie on the patio, great day to do it, no problems at all. Cinco de Mayo coming up on Friday, and if you're heading out to your favorite spots, doesn't look too bad, again, for early on, but toward evening, more chances of showers coming on through, which means it might be a little crowded out there as people get indoors at the various restaurants and bars and whatnot. Excuse me. Allergies are a pain, let me tell you that much. We get into the rest of the forecast. We see some thunderstorms Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And that, again, is going to be about as good as it gets. We'll be getting closer to normal as we go toward the weekend. And, again, more chances of showers. Best chance of any rain will be coming up on Saturday. And that'll be about as good as it gets for now. So not totally terrible out there. In fact, looking quite nice all the way on through. So until about Friday evening, not too bad for outdoor activities, but going to be some better indoor activities, I think, coming up on Saturday or Sunday. So something, again, to consider if you have any plans there. Let's take a minor trip here. Just found this, well, we featured this on our website as a story, and that's where you can get more information on this. From the Chattanooga Hamilton County Air Pollution Control Bureau. That's kind of a mouthful, but a very important place because they keep track of the air you are breathing. And there are two things going on this week that you should be aware of. The first one is, well, okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. Excuse me. Let's go back and do that again. Thank you very much. Okay, there we go. Cocky computers. I really do not like them. Okay, so number one, burn bans are now back in effect. A seasonal burn ban is in effect because as we go into summertime, we may see again the potential for some more wildfires out there. If you'd like to know more about the ban, who it affects, what you can burn, how much you can burn, things like that, all you have to do is go to their website, and we'll show that to you in a minute. Best off not to burn, because the more we burn, the more we pollute the atmosphere, and the more we pollute the atmosphere, the more we screw things up for our lungs and the planet. So if you can get away with not burning something, recycling it, re-upping it at some point in time, whatever it is you can do with it, then see what you can do there, because again, the less we burn, the better we can help out the planet. But if you want to know more about the specific burn ban, which stays in effect until September 30th of this year, you find out more about the burn permits out there as well. They can help you with that. Second thing from the Chattanooga and Hamilton County Air Quality site is this is Air Quality Awareness Week from today through Friday. If you'd like to know more about the topics covered and more about how to keep yourself and everybody else healthy by keeping the atmosphere in general cleaner, and learn more about various lung ailments and all sorts of other stuff going on, there's an excellent website you can go to there. Again, you go to our website, wdef.com, for the story. You can also go to apcb.org for more information about what's going on with the air in and around your area. Really neat site to be able to keep handy and to take a look at some point in time. See if I can find it back. Okay, here we go. For tomorrow, not bad all the way around as the players take the field. Tomorrow, the Lookouts had the day off after a long stretch with the Rocket City Trash Pandas. The Birmingham Barons will be in town. The kids will be running the bases after the game, so that'll be a neat little thing to have. It'll be cooler. Temperatures will look good as we go into the early part of the game, before sunset, after sunset, and toward the seventh inning stretch. Temperatures will be cooling off a little bit. This also could have a bit of a factor on the game tomorrow as well. Those westerly winds might cause the whatever pop-up flies are out there to kind of veer back toward right field. So that could be something. And if you're sitting in those stands, definitely want to think about taking the jacket, because with those winds and those temperatures being decently cool, want to make certain that you are protected from that so you can enjoy the game and not worry about anything else. I'm looking forward to getting out and having some time at the baseball park. Haven't done that since Redbird Stadium back in Memphis. Really looking forward to baseball once again. If you'd like to know more about us coming to your classroom, we can do that, but we just don't show up. You have to invite us. Doing the whole showing up and saying, hey, we're here to talk about weather is a little weird and kind of creepy. So if you'd like to invite us, please do so. Go to our website for more on the Food City Weather in the Classroom program and hit wdef.com/weather, and then scroll down to the classroom section to fill out the details there. Once again, if you haven't done this, I really urge you to go out. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, the lawnmower is broken. Great time to go get a weather radio and program it when nothing is going on. It's your best opportunity to make certain you stay safe. We can help you program it, and if you don't want to be bothered by warnings for a certain county, you don't have to be. wdef.com/weather for more, and tons of information, again, available on our website for more details there. That'll pretty much do it for tonight. Again, we do not have too much of anything else going on, and it's going to be very quiet few days across much of the area. So again, not too much to report, but there's always all kinds of stuff we tell you about where it comes to baseball or weather radios or classroom weather, all sorts of things like that. If you've got something you'd like to see on here, more satellite time, more worldwide weather, more science, meteorology, cool stuff, let me know, and I'd be glad to consider throwing it in. wdef.com/weather is the place to go on things like that. All right, just about 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Got to wrap things up and get things ready for the 11 o'clock show here for tonight. I'll be in for that. Chip Chapman will be in for your morning show, bright and early, 5 o'clock on Tuesday morning. Time saver traffic, news, and sports, all kinds of great stuff, so tune in for more there. And again, always present, WDEF.com/weather for more. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onick. You've been watching Weather Overtime. Thank you for tuning in for just a few minutes or watching the whole thing. Again, we'll have more opportunities to talk more about weather coming up on air and online, so keep it tuned to News 12. Thanks for joining us, and have a safe and very quiet evening, hopefully.